Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to what I'm going to call now the Sustainable Laboratory. If you remember last episode, I was assaulting your ears with an overheating steam turbine. After much reconfiguring the pipes, siphoning off the petroleum, swiping the coolant for petroleum as opposed to crude oil because it's slightly better coolant, still having overheating turbines, redoing the pipe layout to get some more cooling, what I found was right there was a radiant pipe. Yeah, I had a radiant pipe coming off of the metal refinery, overheating that steam turbine, overheating all the cooling. I had to basically deconstruct the steam turbine, deconstruct the bridges around here, and then I found it and I felt incredibly dumb. So now that that's fixed, we are now cooling correctly. I got this set to about 170. I'm actually going to drop this down because now that the metal refinery isn't overheating, these aren't overheating, we're now actually producing heat. In the meantime, while I was trying to figure that out, I'm starting to build the power spine, and so I'm doing decor to try to help reduce it, which I'm going to need even more to get there. I also tamed this gold volcano. They don't produce a whole lot of heat, so you don't need much to keep them cool. It just cools itself. This bit of automation just says, if the temperature in here is cold enough, and if this clock is on, pump whatever's in here out. And this automation says, if the battery has enough power, turn on the transformer, dump it onto the grid. Easy. These we can now get rid of now that we are stable on power. So now I'm going to start dumping transformers where I need them in order to start powering my base in a more sustainable fashion. All right, how do I want to do this? Probably just do that and that. I'd love to use gold wire in order to increase the decor, but lead is what I've got a lot of. And then down here, this pump, I pumped out all of the carbon dioxide, thinking that that was part of the issue. Tried a bunch of things, finally figured it out. Over here, I'm going to do glass forge. I never remember how big they are. I want to start making solar panels. I think you use a lot, so we're just going to bam. And dump it. Store some sand right there. Yeah, and I dumped a bunch of liquid on here. We had a bit of an explosion from this, which actually helped cool everything down for a little bit. Oh, and up here, this big ice chunk melted, and I started getting pressure damage, so I came in and built some protection. This vent went off, the rest of the ice melted, which is fine. Now using that as kind of a cool sink to help tame that till I get more aquatuners, and starting to increase the decor and increase the morale of my duplicants. Converted all these over to stone hatches, so now the food quantity should start coming up. Alright, that's done. I can now get rid of that, and that's now powering all of these. Alright. So finally, after 160 cycles, my duplicates no longer need to run on batteries. That'll also help with heating issues. And just because I think it looks better, I'm going to bury the wires. My goal is to get up here, get that glass forge going, and get solar. and then explore more of the map. How much steel do I have? Let's see, manufactured material. Oh yeah, we're up to 10 tons of steel. Awesome. That is exactly what we want, because the steel produces more energy than it uses once I get the cooling sorted out. I'm just looking at the cooling pipe, make sure the cooling pipe's actually coming down. It's holding steady at around 66. So I mean, really, like 2 of these steam turbines, or 3 of them, are basically running that. But that's what you get in this sustainable world. I got all my blocks queued up. Yes. So probably the next dupe I hire will actually be a decorator. Perfect. Power load on that is reasonable. We actually want that bridge there so we can come up the middle. And fix that one. Wait, where am I getting water? Ooh, uh-oh. That we don't want. I figured that was going to happen eventually. The main issue with that is I think the oil biome is now below boiling. Yeah, okay. I was afraid that I might also get an explosion of steam here. We're good. Ooh, we finally get to dig down. So let's do that. Hopefully this room isn't overpressured. And this brick is one to help oil flow over, but also to store some iron for that. I mean, I'm not refining anything else other than steel. Good, not overpressured. And this should be deep enough. That should be able to grab another tile. Perfect. And we'll dig that down so that drops off. And how much do you have available? 3,000 kilograms. Yeah, and it's still only grabbing 200 at a time. Awesome. Oop, glass forge is done. Filtration material. God, I don't even remember. How much glass does a solar panel take? 200. And how much does this make per? So I need 8 per solar panel. If I'm doing my math right. Nothing does eat a bunch of power. 1,200. Yeah, I was starting to run low on temperature, but now that I can pump magma, should be good. All right, we'll make some of that and dig up towards the big ice block in the sky. All right, let's see how badly I can screw things up. So sometimes the steam turbines don't quite produce enough power, so I want to put a transformer in here, and then if these batteries run low, turn on these hydrogen generators. Definitely don't want a farter, don't want a mouth breather. Max, you're it. Okay, and automation. So I want to do that. I'll move you Oh, I guess it doesn't need to be up. Because you were going to do that. That wire comes down. Oh, I gotta dig up those plants. Come on, finish that. Did I not queue up that power wire? I could have sworn I did. Alright, so you say turn on if this battery gets below 40. I'm queuing all that out of lead. I'm actually going to switch that to iron because I think iron's closer. Yeah, you can see the brownouts happening. This is why you always leave your oxygen production on its own power source, regardless of what mistakes you make. Come on, one more piece. Alright, I apparently don't have enough people with that skill. That's what, electrical engineering? Max. Well, I got one built. Let's go back to the bottom. What are you set to? 170. Yeah, and then I put in this filter gate just to try to keep everything going. Probably lower the time on that. I was just worried about my dupes running in and getting locked. And I didn't want this flipping around. Alright, 175. My water tank's almost full, that's almost full. Alright, I will continue the construction up to the top. Alright, so I just added another ranch, so that way I can get my food total to come up. Right now it's been holding, yeah, a bit steady. I mean, it should be coming up once I switched these over. I think they're full now. Now, these are still filling up with critters, so I'm not getting maximum egg and death production just yet. Over here, there's a lot of ice and a lot of cool, so even though this salt geyser's been running for quite some time, yeah, it's still cold down there. And I'm slowly cleaning up the power grid. And I was thinking, as is my normal style, of putting oxygen production up here, putting in suit docks. When I remembered that everybody's already in suit docks, I actually need more oxygen down here for all these suit docks, and then I can run some up for jet suits. So I'm just going to put that in right above here, a much bigger oxygen production system, and then excess oxygen I'll pump up into space, or I'll need it for liquid oxygen and jet suit docks. So let me get to work on queuing up that. And there we go, mostly queued up. Now I just gotta wait for them to build it. And so I'll use these 3 to fill up the suit docks, even though right now they're all pretty much full. Use these 2 as backups and then start pumping all the extra oxygen out of the map. And then I'll get maximum hydrogen production. As you can see, this is kind of keeping up. What do I have this set to? All right, you're up to 180. Yeah, my cooling's starting to warm up, so I think I'll leave it there for right now. And this is potentially overflowing. That's really not good. How hot is this? That's not bad. That's bad. Okay, so as long as I do that. That way I can overflow some of this and not risk this destroying my everything. Come on, dig faster. Oh, and there's just a ton of fossil in here. Let's just make sure none of this is stupid hot like that one is. The rest of this looks fine. $500's okay. 500 just makes free petroleum. 700's bad. 400's okay. And 400. Alright, that should be good. If I did this right, there shouldn't be any sour gas explosions. We are making some petroleum. Perfect. All right. Crisis averted. We're up to nearly full power, which is fine by me. I'm going to drop this another 5 just so the cooling keeps up. It's one of those where I'm trying to cool my steam turbines and this entire hot area that I'm also exposing. So it's going to take a bit. And this is being built. All right, I think we'll call that good for today. Next episode, we should have more oxygen and hydrogen production. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you have questions, obviously, leave them in the comments. I'll see if I can get to them.